This is a drum loop, and it has just some hi-hats in the background that I didn't fully want with the kick. And so I used Gatekeeper to just pull out the hi-hats, but keep the snare and the kick at the same volume. So Gatekeeper is not a compressor, as you can probably see. It is instead a volume shaper. So I have this signal going into Gatekeeper, the drum loop, and as you can see, you see almost this white follow line where it's going through the sound. And when I play it, it is going to follow to the tempo of your DAW. These envelopes and these nodes, when they're all the way up, volume is all the way up. When they're all the way down, volume is all the way down. So instead of squashing your sounds, you're actually just pulling the volume out. It's much safer for mixing, and it's just much a cleaner sound. I drew in these nodes here, and I have it hitting when the kick hits. I think it's a couple times when the snare hits too, so I don't lose that snare energy, but pulling out everything after. Those hi-hats actually just kind of dim out a little bit. So with this drum loop in particular, I really wanted that snare to hit harder with more reverb. Kick drums really don't want reverb on them. They get too messy for the most part. And so we're going to be feeding in reverb from our Comet plugin, which is an algorithmic reverb plugin. Absolutely amazing. And we're feeding it into this Gatekeeper right here. And this Gatekeeper is drawn to every snare hit and then quickly but also gradually fades out. What I could do is I could right click, select all. Now if you right click on this line here, it's going to let you curve it. See that? You right click and hold and you can drag. So now I'm going to play it, and as I'm playing it, I'm going to pull this curve up, and you're going to be able to hear it as if that is the actual tail curve of the reverb. Kind of cool. Now, if I only wanted, let's say, just these two right here, you can also select and drag, or I can just click this node, select that node, holding shift. While holding shift, I can select certain things. Now, if you right click, see, now we can affect both of them. So if we wanted more reverb on the first two hits and then none on the next, it would sound something like this. So something else that's really cool with Gatekeeper that you can do is increase the transients. And what I mean by that is make your drums more punchy. And so if I wanted this kick to be louder or the snare to be louder, I can actually increase it up to 10 times its volume. And Gatekeeper has a soft clip embedded in it that when you activate, you're not going to clip. So you can really push it. And if I were to go to these top knobs here, these little nodes, right click it, and then hit boost 10x. Listen to the difference. That first kick, when it hit, was really, really loud. If you come down here in the bottom right corner of Gatekeeper, you'll see this clip button. If you click it once, it's going to do a flat top, which means you're not going to clip, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be a very tight clip. Now, if you do it again, it's going to be a round with a top, the little top. That is going to be a soft clip. And that is going to be your best option for not clipping, because it's going to be soft. But now let's listen to it on that kick. That's 10x. Ooh, a lot of punch, right? So it's like, oh, I don't want it 10, I don't want it that loud. You can still drag it down. Boom. See how much more powerful that first, even all the way down here, this note, I had to drag it all the way down because it was so loud. Let's say we wanted that snare to also be a little hotter. But let's say I wanted to fade these hi-hats out even more. I can select all of these nodes by right-clicking and selecting all, and then holding the right mouse button, I can drag them down. Now, if I like these hi-hats, but let's say I wanted maybe to cut out just a couple of them, not all of them, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to do that by right-clicking and dragging up. Let's select all again, drag everything out, and let's try to bring the hi-hats that we want in. So slower hi-hat. So let's see if we can draw in that 8th. That's still 16th. So yeah, let's keep that beat. I like that. Just the one in between. Ooh, I kind of like that skip right there that we just made. Yeah, whole different drum loop now. Very cool. I am Zach with Polyverse Music, and this was a video demonstrating how you can better and more efficiently compress your drums without using a compressor, but instead using our plugin Gatekeeper. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Also, check us out at polyversemusic.com.